I formally call this meeting to order at 8:29 p.m. Secretary Shells, can you please call roll?
President Moore. Here. Vice President Jacobs.
Here.
Public Relations Coordinator Yarby. Executive Treasurer Lorenz.
Here.
Assistant Treasurer Doyle.
Here.
Senator Donaldson.
Here.
Senator Lennon.
Here.
Senator Walton.
Here.
Senator Hernandez Garrity.
Here.
Senator Hertzberg.
Here.
Senator Wilcoxon. Here. Senator Behrens. Here. Senator Frieza. Here. Senator Westfall. Here. Senator Burns.
Here.
Senator Robb.
Here.
Senator Shen.
Here.
Senator Bakri. Here. Senator Chenoweth.
Here.
Senator Howard. Here. Senator Martin. Here. Senator Flanagan. Here. Senator Raimondi. Here. Roll call.
Thank you. Moving on to public comment. Is there anybody on YouTube? Nope. All right. Moving on to the approval of the agenda.
Motion to approve. Second.
All in favor of approving the agenda, please say aye. Moving on to senators' reports. Are there any senators' reports? Seeing none, moving on to advisors' reports.
I hope you all enjoyed the cookie recipe I put in the agenda last week. I have another one if you guys are interested. No, it's homecoming week. I encourage you all to actively participate in homecoming and all the various activities. This weekend, Saturday, is the street fair as well as the homecoming game. We expect lots of alumni on campus, so it'll be a great way for current students to engage with our alumni within the community as well. And I think what else? Nothing else. Nothing else is important right now. Not kidding. That's not true. But.
And I was just going to share, I think, with the Senate a little bit about that email that I shared with you, Jolie, about some of the agenda for this year. And one of the suggestions that I made was that you all spend some time working on the internal structures and how things work in Student Senate. These are structures that have probably been in place for 20 years or more. And, it's kind of like having a house. The foundation is probably still there, but you got to do some updating of the colors and the carpets and the curtains and all of that kind of stuff. So I think that this is a year when a lot of that probably needs to be done because it's been overlooked for a while. Also with the changes that have occurred at the university, it's an opportune time to do that. There's a lot of new administration, a lot of people in new roles in the administration. And you have, I think, a moment in time here to do that and to be able to do it pretty effectively. Also, I think there will be some turnover in Senate this year. There are lots of new faces. And so this is one of those years where bringing in the new ideas and new people would be really effective. And as some of our leadership from the room here is probably, it is their last year, and they're going to be moving on. We want to avail ourselves of their expertise before they graduate. So it's a good year for these things. So, thanks.
Great, thank you, advisors. Moving on to officer reports. President Moore.
Yeah, so I put a link to the board report that Vice President Jacobs and I worked on that goes to the board of directors. So if you want to take a look at it, it's linked in the Google Doc. Also, put on your calendars that we have the We Matter Week Town Hall. That's on October 7th from 7 to 9 p.m. in the Christopher Center Community Room. We'll send more info about that out to the student body, but go ahead and put that on your calendars because we would love to have you all there. Senator Robb.
On the board report, is anyone else having trouble accessing that?
It's not letting you access it? Okay, let me try and change some of the requirements and I'll let you guys know. So thank you for letting me know. Besides that, any more questions? And report.
Thank you, President Faure. Moving on to my report. So you may have noticed that we changed form of concerns to public comment. I think this is just one small change that could help transparency, because we've noticed that a lot of the people that come here wanting to say something don't know what form of concern means. So moving it to public comment makes it a lot easier for them to understand that this is when they speak. We've looked at the bylaws, it has nothing to do in there, so this is just one small simple change that we can do now and I think will help, so hopefully. We'll be updating the bylaws this week, so right now, and what I mean by updating the bylaws, I just mean putting in all of the bylaw proposals and constitutional amendments that you all passed last year into the new revised document. Because we finally got access to that document and we can put it up on our website as soon as we put in those new bylaw proposals and CAs. Lastly, some office updates. So we'll be getting our micro fridge tomorrow. Yay. You all have been starting your office hours. So with that, just start being respectful of the space. With our micro fridge, with the coffee maker, throw away your trash, have any dishes that are in there, please clean those. Don't leave food in the fridge too long. Don't leave your trash everywhere, and keep the coffee maker clean and everything. So just be respectful of our new space now that everybody's starting to use it, and we'll have a good time in there. That is all for me, unless anybody has any questions. All right, moving on to Secretary Shouse.
Most of you have sent in excuses already, but I just wanted to remind everyone, if you could please send them 24 hours ahead of when the event starts, unless it's an emergency, obviously. And then I put the email, senate.secretary@valpo.edu in there, so you just be sure to do that, and everything will flow smoothly. End report.
Thank you. Moving on to PRC Grimpy. It's like, so PRC Grimpy has a class conflict right now, so he'll not be joining us during these meetings, but you can read his reports on the agenda. It looks like he's just encouraging you to contact your constituents, especially to come out to your office hours, and any concerns that you get from students is what will drive our agenda and what you guys can be working on in your Senate resolutions. So just keep an eye on that. It also looks like he's saying, at-large senators, please fill out the attached sheet. So just go into the agenda online. Yes, so during each executive committee meeting, at least one at-large senator has to just write a report. You can let us know if you can attend the meeting. It's usually on a rotating basis. So either just write a report and submit it or attend the meeting. And then we'll start contacting you guys on which at-large senator will come to which meetings. Lastly, he held a MyValpo workshop last night with the chairs of each committee, just going over what MyValpo is, what Presence is, and how to create forums on there, create forums, and your chairs will probably be teaching you some of these ropes so that you guys can use MyValpo and Presence on campus. Moving on to Executive Treasurer Lorenz and Assistant Treasurer.
Hello, I don't have too much. I just wanted to say that I met with the Finance Committee today, and we'll be continuing to meet with them throughout the semester as we reevaluate our financial system and go over how we handle expenditure requests with our student organizations. And so if you have any feedback for us or from your constituents, please let us know as we continue to evaluate our entire financial process. So, thank you.
All right, moving on to committee reports, Executive Committee Chair Ford.
Our first meeting is going to be tomorrow at 5:30 in the Campanile room, which is the room that's right across from this room. And I'll send out the agenda for that later tonight. And report.
Thank you. Finance Committee Chair Caruso.
Alrighty, I wanted to let you all know that my office hours will be 5:30 to 7:30 in the Senate office. So if any orgs have questions about any financial stuff, they can come meet with me. They can also email me at senate.finance@valpo.edu. And as Executive Treasurer Lorenz said, we will be working with both the advisors and the treasurers as a committee to kind of reevaluate our process and also to fine tune how we're handling presence and all of our budgeting systems this year. So please be patient with us as we kind of work on that, and we'll provide more updates as soon as possible. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair Parizo. Moving on to Administration Committee Chair Chenoweth.
Hello, so first thing that I have is just to clear up what's going on with the admin committee chair email account. So we had two for the longest time. One of them was actually being used and one of them wasn't. The one that we were using was the really long one, administration.student senate at Valpo, which was the only one that didn't follow the senate.committee name or senate.x format. We've merged the two now, so we only have one, and it's the senate.admin account. So please direct all of the people who have questions to email the senate.admin account. However, if they do email the old one, all of those emails will get forwarded to me still, so it will still work. Also, the new word recognition form is on MyValpo. It's a campus-wide form. Anybody can fill it out, and it's just under the Forms tab at the top when you log in. So if anybody is asking you where that is, how they can go about starting a new organization, have them fill out that form on MyValpo. And if they have any questions about any of the field entries that they need and the forms that they need, anything else that's required, we have a lot of information on our website right now about what they need, the requirements, Constitution, what needs to be in the Constitution, everything like that. So I would say that's probably the first place to refer them. And then if they have further questions, they can contact me or anybody else on the admin committee and report.
Great, thank you, Chair Chenoweth. Moving on to Committee on Media, Chair Behrens.
The first Committee on Media meeting will be next Thursday on October 7th at 6:15 p.m. in the Valpo room. And my office hours will be every Wednesday from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. And report.
Thank you, Chair Behrens. Moving on to Screening Committee, Chair Dockery.
All right, so all I have for you guys is that our meetings are going to be held on Wednesdays at 8:30. Our first meeting will be this week, and we're going to draft up our campus-wide email, and hopefully get that sent out by Friday. And then just for you guys, kind of the process, as the email goes out, we'll start holding our interviews to fill vacant Senate seats. And the goal is to have them all filled by October 18th at the latest. And report.
Senator Dockery, I have a question. How many people are interested so far?
I'd say at least 10.
Fantastic. All right, thank you. All right, moving on to Committee on Residence, Chair Raimondi.
Is it okay if I just get from
Yes.
Yeah, just real quick, I had my meeting with Katie Bai today. Gonna be contacting all the House Council representatives, and if they don't have representatives, I'll be hitting up the presidents and vice presidents for all the residence halls. And then getting their contact info is all set, and I will send out an email to them to figure out when we have our first meeting. We plan on having those on sometime in the first week of each month.
Thank you, Chair Raimondi. Moving on to Dining Services, Chair Martin.
Can't speak that long.
Okay, so we currently have 3 interviews in place for our non-representatives. We're just looking for 2 more. We're also looking for people just kind of like diversity when it comes to food. So people from like a different culture who have allergies, maybe some sports players. We've got that already covered though, which is great. That way we can just kind of have like a diverse kind of group helping out with the dining services. We don't have a meeting yet because we're trying to get everyone's schedules to fit in. But yeah, if you know 2 other people or just a couple more, that'd be great to reach out to them. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair Martin. Moving on to diversity and inclusion, Chair Howard.
So as of right now, I am still in the planning stages of getting all the clubs together. We have included a couple more clubs that, invite to the meeting, including, NESB, the Athena Society, and a few others. I have spoken to the Assistant Vice President of DEI and are planning on having her there as well. And I am still looking for positions, to fill the rest of the company. So if you know anybody, please have them send an email to, senate.diversity@Valpo, so that I can get the position.
Great. Thank you, Chair Howard. Moving on, I don't know what that's in there, I'm sorry. Moving on to new business. For DFC nomination, 1 of the non-senators declined. So we just need 1 more nomination for a non-senator seat. I know this was a pulling teeth last time, but does anybody have anybody in mind that would be good in this position?
Nominate Noah Godso.
Can you spell the last name?
Godsell.
All right, any others? All right, well, I'll contact Noah and see if he's interested. Thank you. Moving on to University Council representatives. These representatives have been appointed by President Ford to serve on the University Council. So we will be voting on this next week unless anybody has a motion to move into old business.
Motion to move into old business.
Second.
All right, all in favor of moving the University Council representatives into old business, please raise your placards. All right, thank you. All opposed? Any abstentions? All right, moving on to old business. So, DFC nomination vote. Before we do this, because of our small Senate right now and how many of you are going to be voting on yourselves, I'm going to ask you not to abstain, just to not upend the vote. So we'll move into that. Is there a motion to vote?
Motion of the vote as a slate.
There's a motion to vote as a slate. All in favor of voting as a slate, please raise your placards. Okay. Now, all in favor of voting on the DFC nomination, Sophia Behrens, Ian Chenoweth, Michaela Flanagan, James Hernandez Garrity, Nathan Robb, Lana Serhan, and Gabby Wilcoxon, please raise your placards. All right, any abstentions? Any opposed? No. All right. So now we have a DFC committee, 1800. So congratulations, all of you that have just been voted in. We're looking forward to a great semester. If you guys can get together after the meeting and select a chair, that would be great. All right, now moving on to the University Council representative positions. Is there a motion to discuss, motion to vote?
Motion to vote as a slate.
There's a motion to vote as a slate. Is there a second? Second. All in favor of voting as a slate, please raise your placards. All opposed? Any abstentions? All right. All in favor of voting on Representatives Jolie Ford, Chris Grimpy, Anthony Luciano, Maeshek Melton, Daniel LeGrand, Allison Howard, Nick Davis, Beth Sobirashki, Curtis Pankey, Monica McGillian, Ben Jacobs, Isaiah Roach, and Jacob Newkirk. Please raise your placards. All right, any opposed? Any abstentions? All right, it has been passed 1800, so now University Council is evil. Moving on to public comment, is there any on YouTube? No. All right, moving on to postmortem. Thank you all. I'm looking forward to a great year. Last meeting went very well. President Padilla was very pleased. He's looking forward to working with us this semester and this year and in the future. So thank you very much. Like our advisor said, please join in the homecoming activities. You guys are student representatives now, so this would be a great opportunity to get to know your constituents and get to know campus culture and get the word out there about the Senate during these activities. I hope you also enjoy homecoming weekend as well, along with the nice weather while we still have it. And I hope you all enjoy the rest of your probably very busy week. Is there a motion to adjourn?
Motion.
Is there a second? All in favor of adjourning, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right. I adjourn this meeting at 8:50 p.m. Thank you all.
Did we not